Perfect. Awesome, man.
Cool.
Mate, thanks so much for coming on.
All
Appreciate
right.
it.
Thanks for having me.
Looks fucking cool in there.
Oh, mate, it's a shithole.
So is that your full-time gig?
Yeah, that's all I do. Yeah, I run the shop now. So
Amazing, mate. What's that behind then? What
that's
shovel is that?
a cone shovel I'm building for 101.
Amazing. That's fucking lovely, isn't it?
Yeah, doing it for a mate. I didn't get in the show, but yeah, I left it a bit last minute to try and get it going. So we're all riding down. It's going to be a bit fucking pushed.
How long you been on it?
Probably about 8, 10 weeks.
Right, cool. That's pretty
But
fast, one.
it's all right. I've been working my ass off, but it's just been more work than we anticipated.
Right, cool.
It's got a stroker motor in it, and it's just been a fucking pain in the ass.
Yeah, man. That's what my new one's got, and
Yeah.
I was dead excited for it. But then loads of people have been like, "I wouldn't get too excited yet."
It's just the pistons, man. Pistons are so expensive.
Yeah.
Like we got Keith Blacks in the end for this because they were like 200 quid cheaper than S&S, but I hope they're all right.
You'll fucking find out.
Yeah.
Shit. So like when did you start doing it full time?
So I left school at 16 and just worked for my dad ever since then.
Oh, sick.
Yeah, so like 14 years now.
Living the fucking dream.
Everyone says that till they actually do it.
Yeah, that's it. Has it always been Harleys and that? Has it always been
Nah, everything, man. Do Jap stuff, Enfield, I've done everything. I even done
awesome?
an MZ once for a bloke.
Oh, really? Yeah, sick.
Hardtailed one anyway, but yeah. Yeah, we do
That's,
everything.
that's cool. So it was your dad's business.
Yeah, dad started it in 2005 and
Cool.
then I took over. He's like, his health's gone downhill and that. And then I took over it last October. Been struggling ever since.
So what's the company called?
We're Heron Cycles now.
And what's that
But
on
we used to
Instagram?
be, yeah, we used to be solo choppers before.
Right. Okay.
Um, but yeah, just easier for the paperwork. And I wanted a bit of a rebrand because like I work on everything. You know, I
Yeah.
do Harleys, stock servicing, and we used to have so many people come in and be like, "Oh, I didn't realize you did this. I didn't realize you did that." I'm like, "Yeah, we do everything, mate.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Whatever pays the bills."
Yeah. Yeah. Because it was solo choppers. That makes
Yeah,
sense.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
That's cool.
yeah, it's
So
good. It's like it's hard work.
yeah, I bet. I bet.
Yeah.
And do you ever feel like well, before I get into that actually, take us back to the beginning then. So the very beginning. So your dad started the business. Like how did it was he always into it or
Yeah, so Dad back in 1985 had a chopper shop with his best mate George called Suffolk Cycle and Custom
cool.
in Stowmarket. They built some really cool stuff. Someone at Kent Custom Bike Show back in the day. One of them is still on the road exactly as it was back then, which is
Sick.
fucking cool. And I keep trying to get it off the old boy, but he just won't sell it.
That's
Um,
cool.
but that only lasted like 2 years because they had like the recession and shit. And then my old chap he restored classic cars, Jags and everything, and then just had enough of rubbing filler down for 10, 12 weeks at a time.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah, then he just went into, well, he's always had choppers, mostly been building them for other people, you see, and then built a few on his own. And yeah, he used to take me to school on his, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, that's
Till it
cool.
broke down, he used to have to walk.
Yeah, I do that now.
Yeah, I
And
still do that.
my kids are they're not quite at the stage where I embarrass them yet. So they're like, take me to school on your bike. But the eldest one, I can see it coming.
Yeah.
Sorry, carry on.
Right. So yeah, and then he started this up probably about 2004 at our old place, started building bikes on the side of the classic cars. I built a chopper at 15 with him, which is pretty cool. And then
What was that?
little GSX 400 Suzuki.
Cool. Yeah, cool.
He helped me do it. I never did get it on the road. I did eventually. I sold it to a mate of mine, and then we put it on the road later on. But yeah, and then just got the bug from there. Building them ever since.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, it's good.
So, I mean, what's your bike? You've got a blue
I've
bike,
got,
haven't you?
most people know it as the Blue Heron. It's like a
Yeah,
73 shovel with fucking 16 over springers and that in it.
yeah, it's sick.
I've had it for like, I think this is my seventh. It's the longest I've ever owned anything.
Yeah.
Had it 7 years. Apart from fixing it, I've not changed a thing on it.
Oh, really? Cool.
Yeah, it's good. I love it.
So where'd you get it from then? So it came like that. It came.
No, I built that one. So I bought
Right.
it. I finding a picture. So I bought it off Weatherly's Motorcycles up the road here, the donor bike, and it was fully burnt out.
Right.
Like nobody wanted to buy it. It was just a fucked frame, fucked motor. Like it got so hot the carb had melted onto the cases.
Oh shit.
But the motor was, the motor was fucked, but it was salvageable.
Yeah.
Had a ratchet top in it. Actually, no, it didn't. It had a ratchet top in it, but I kept the one from my previous bike
Right.
because it turned out when I stripped the old gearbox, it had like full Andrews gear set in it.
Right.
And I was like, yeah, they're like 1,500 quid. So I'm fucking keeping that.
Yeah.
So yeah, started from there. Started with the frame, built everything really, apart from the forks.
Yeah, sick. I love it.
But yeah.
How do you find it? I mean, how many have you had to rebuild the motor at all?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I've had to do it twice.
Yeah.
Well, actually, technically 3 times, but the first time was my fault.
Right.
Trying to get it done for Chopper Bash, and basically I was rushing it, and I didn't pressure test the oil tank,
Oh
and the
shit.
oil tank had a pinhole leak in it, and I was
Oh
like,
no.
"Fuck, what do I do?" Because it's like I can't take the oil tank out, so I was like, "Oh fuck it, let's put some tank sealer in it." So yeah, fucking cool. Anyway, so didn't think about it, but it worked for like 6 months. Like lovely.
Yeah.
Fix a hole. And then basically the oil reacted with the tank sealer, made it into a big ball and blocked my oil pipes up.
Oh shit.
So I was going to, I think it was a Stockers party they had like in Norfolk somewhere.
Yeah.
I was nailing it down the A11, and then next thing you know, it's like, fuck.
Oh no.
The cone is
Shit.
smoking, and I'm like, I've fucked this.
Oh
Yeah.
no.
Took the oil pipe off, and they'll all come out.
Fuck.
But yeah, learned
That
the
it's
hard way there.
I get that feeling every time. I'm like,
Yeah.
is the motor fucked? Have I fucked this now where it's unrepairable? And then it's usually just carbs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're all right. I love a cone shovel. They're just
Yeah,
so easy to fix,
yeah, that's good.
you know.
What do you know about these generators?
Not a lot.
Fuck. uh,
Yeah, not a lot.
I get
I've
like
got one in at
mixed.
the minute actually with running issues. I'm going to try and have a look at tomorrow. So,
Cool. I'm getting
um,
like mixed reviews and getting some like no, I'd say like 80% of people are like, oh my god, it's the best motor ever. And then you got 20% they're like, don't believe them.
to be fair, like they ain't that much different to a cone motor. Like the
No.
cams are now pretty much the same. It's just the oilers are different, and you got the generator. It doesn't charge as well as an alternator, obviously, but
Yeah.
the rest of it's all the same.
Yeah.
So, I mean, my thing with motors is like you're just going to do it right, and do it once.
Yeah.
You know, do the valves and guides if you've got the top end off. You know, do the fucking pistons, get it rebored, good gaskets.
Yeah, man.
I mean, we've had some fucking catastrophes in here.
Yeah.
Not
Like
us,
what?
but like ones we've had over from the States and stuff.
Yeah.
They're really good at bodging stuff when they know it coming to England.
Yeah.
Like big time.
Just get it in that fucking container.
I mean, the Harley will be fucked, and like Triumphs as well. They'll be fucked, but they'll run.
Yeah, yeah.
Like we had Dad bought where we thought it was a 1340 shovel.
Yeah.
FLH, and it was just like he'd sold his other shovel. We're like, yeah, we'll smoke it around this year and then build it in the winter. Riding it around, it's got like Super E. It's quite cool. It's, the shittest green paint job you ever seen on it. He's smoking it around, and it won't go over 50 mile an hour.
Right.
And it's really easy to start.
Right.
So, okay, cool. This is weird, but whatever.
Yeah.
We're like, can't ride it anymore. Fuck about with the carbs. Do this, do that. We're like, take the top end off. Must have no compression. Well, we've done a compression test, and we're like, it's only got 50 psi. What's wrong with this then?
Right.
Took the top end off, and the bastards had put like had stroker barrels, stroker crankcases, but standard crank.
Fuck.
So the pistons weren't even going to the top of the barrel.
Yeah.
Still ran.
Yeah. But there's like a gap. Shit.
Yeah, it was like I think we had about 1-to-1 compression or something stupid.
No.
Yeah. Yeah, we've had loads of shit like that.
So have you brought many over?
Nah, we just used to buy them from Weatherly's up the road, but they've stopped now. They used to do like 40 a month.
Sick.
Yeah.
That guy in Telford brings a lot, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does now. Yeah. I mean, Weatherly's had some fucking cool shit.
Yeah, man. It's something I'd love to do.
Culture, but I keep telling him, I was like, go and import some stuff back. He's like, oh no, the dollar's shit now against the pound. It's like, oh, but do it anyway.
Yeah.
Come look at pan heads and stuff up the road.
I'd love to do it, man, but I've heard some horror stories like you were just saying.
Yeah,
Yeah, people. I mean, I'm that guy in Telford. I mean, he gets some nice bikes and stuff. I'm not knocking him in the slightest, but he makes it very clear it is
yeah,
fucking
is what
bought
it is.
as seen. Yeah, there's no
Yeah,
fucking yeah.
yeah,
But I mean, yeah, of course. Once it's in that container, see
yeah,
you later.
exactly. Yeah. I mean, I had an iron head I bought, and that fucking, I think I'd done 20 miles on it, and the gearbox just went like, see ya. Had to ride back from like 50 miles in like third gear.
Oh,
Like,
shit.
so yeah. But
Have you got any projects you're working on at the moment? Apart
what can
from
we go for?
again?
Building a, got some real crap stuff in it, but I'm building a big inch Ultima chop into, so it was like a little short bobber.
Yep.
And now I'm putting 16 overs in it and building it into a Swedish chop.
Oh, sick.
And then I'm building myself a T140 Triumph, which I was going to try and get done for 101, but work got in the way. So
yeah,
going to try and get it done for hookup.
Cool. Awesome.
That's going to be hopefully something pretty special. But
that'd be good.
Yeah, if I can afford to finish it.
That's always the thing, isn't it? You're like, I get these projects and I'm like, it'll just be fine. I'll find the money, and then you're like, you really need shit, and there's no money anywhere.
Oh yeah, mine's chroming. Like everyone keeps
so
telling me
expensive.
About it. There's some like super special chroma in somewhere that everyone's getting their chroming done in a week, but no one will tell me where.
I've just found this random like farmer guy near me that does it.
Oh really?
And apparently he's amazing. Yeah, I'm gonna get my own shit done first, but
yeah,
apparently he's really good. But I don't know. It just takes so long, doesn't it?
Yeah, I mean mine's like 10 to 12 week wait. Great.
Yeah, I don't like waiting 10 weeks for anything.
Yeah, I mean only dipping shit, isn't they?
Yeah. Well, so I mean, which shows are you going to? You're going to go to the 101?
Yeah, doing 101. It's my big 30th, so can I get fucked up and then hook up? And then I think Vincent Summers has got a thing on at that lead room.
Yeah. Sick.
After I think that's in September. Oh, and I probably did the trip out as just literally, I can see it from my shop.
Really cool.
Yeah, it's 4 miles away.
Oh, sick. What date's that again?
Some first weekend of September, I think.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I think so. I'm not sure.
Try and get down for that.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, man. So, what about this bike behind you then? So, how did that start? What?
So this one was we built this for an American mate of ours about 10 years ago.
All right.
To his sort of spec. I mean, like he liked the stretch frame, so it was like 3 inches longer in the back. It had DNA springers in it at the time. It was, it's quite a cool looking bike, but it's just John, who owns it, is shorter than me. Right. He's like my little doppelganger, but he's shorter than me. So we started off with we'll just shorten the back of the frame 3 inches because it had that stretch in it.
Yeah.
Because at the minute, like when he was on it, he's like this, and he looked like one of them little Lego men who just reach everything on the bike. So we're like, so it started with, let's just shorten the back, and then it was like, well, I don't like how the front sits, so it's like, let's just put a new top tube in it, and I was just like, well, while we're at it, let's put a new oil tank, petrol tank, mudguard, forks, bars, wheels. So I think from the original bike, there's probably about 8 inches of frame.
Really?
And, yeah. And the gearbox.
Sick.
But that's all right. Just changing it up, making it his own.
Yeah, man. Who does your paint?
I do it.
Really?
Yeah,
you're like a fucking one-stop shop.
Pretty much, yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah.
Jack of all trades, master of none.
Yes, that's it. Yeah. What's the rest of that saying? There's the rest of that saying that everyone always leaves off, but it's really cool. It's like, Jack of all trades, master of none, but often better than a master of one.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'd love to come down there, and see.
Yeah, man, come over. We've got loads of weird shit to look at.
Yeah, man, that's cool.
We've got Russian bikes, everything in there.
Russian bikes?
Yeah, got like a Deniper thing that used to have a sidecar on it.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's still got the original knobblies on it from like 1962.
Oh, sick. That's cool spot. There's one of them for sale up here.
They're cool things, but they're fucking slow.
Yeah. It's got the sidecar and everything. I think he wants like $3.5 for it, but
Oh, really?
I mean, unless you're into that stuff, it's not.
Yeah. They're a bit of a laugh. I mean, Dad had one. It was all painted in like desert camo.
Right, cool.
And him and the pub landlord from where he lives went dressed up in like German army helmets to the village fete. Right. Before we all got a bit too PC and stuff and just riding around and just like everyone fucking thought it was hilarious.
Yeah.
You know? No number plates that weren't registered or nothing, just riding around anyway.
Yeah, sick. Can't do that anymore.
No, you can't do nothing.
Fucking shit.
Yeah.
I that panhead that I had, I rode it to the garage with no plates on. And they couldn't believe it. It was as if I just murdered a child. Do you know what I mean? They were like, "Have you lost your plate?" I was like, "No, I did. It hasn't got any. It's come from America. I haven't registered it yet."
Yeah.
You've just driven 10 miles without a plate. I'm like, all right, Karen, calm down. Jesus. No one died.
Nah.
It's getting crazy.
Oh yeah, man. We read some sketchy shit around here. Countryside, do what you want.
Yeah, that's it. I live in the country as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
so good.
No police.
Yeah.
Don't get murdered out here because you're not getting saved.
I bet you get a parking ticket quick, go.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
Drives me fucking crazy. Yeah.
That's
cool. So whereabouts are you then?
So we're in a little village called Stanton near Bury St Edmunds in Suffolk.
Okay, cool.
We're sort of not that far from the Norfolk border.
Yeah.
You know, I have only got 5 fingers though, so.
They are webbed.
No, mine aren't. That's Norfolk.
So what's your what's your fucking wait? Have you got like a waiting list or anything like that? If someone wants to get some work done,
it's just gone mental. Like I'm not taking any builds on for a while now till winter.
Awesome.
Just good. Like I stopped taking work on till like August now.
Yeah.
Just gone mental. Problem is, sun come out, and everyone was like ringing me up. Like I had a dude ring me today. It's like, oh yeah, I haven't had my bike on the road this year. I really want to use it this summer. I'm like, okay, mate. Well, you got a 4-week wait.
Yeah.
Fucking hell. I'm like, why did you leave it till summer?
Yeah.
So you get bits on your bike. I'm like, happens all the time. I should be used to it by now, but it still pisses me off.
Isn't it funny though? Like everyone's. I mean, only a few weeks back, everyone's stressing out about their electric and fucking gas bills. But
yeah.
I mean, I kind of compare it to my job. Do you know what I mean? Like everyone seems to have money for bikes and tattoos.
Yeah.
I think everyone's like, I like to think that everyone's at a point where they're like, fuck British Gas and all them. I'm getting my bike on the road.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I think the COVID thing done it as well. People realize like how fucking we can just be, you know, we're just going to get stuck inside.
Yeah.
But, you know, somebody's telling us we're stuck inside. I'm like, fuck this. I'm just going to spend my money on what I want now.
Yeah.
So that's what I do. That's why I got no money.
You say, yeah. Everyone's like, whoa, you're loaded. Like, no, I'm just really, really irresponsible.
Yeah, same here. Go down the pub. Fuck it.
Yeah, that's it. It's fucking, since like you said, definitely since COVID, I have that mentality of, nah.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna have fun now.
Yeah, exactly.
What style inspires your builds? Have you got like a certain style you go for, or? Yeah,
so I class myself as like I call myself a neo-traditional builder, I suppose. Like like tattooing. So I like to do old school shit, but with new style. You know, new bits.
I like that.
You know, like if electronic ignition, I like the Dyna S because it just they're easy.
Yeah.
Dip brake on the back. You can't fucking see them, but mine has saved my life like 3 or 4 times now.
Yeah, man.
And I'm like, fuck, I've had some real bad near accidents and not my fault, just dickheads pulling out on me. And I'm like,
yeah, it's always a way.
But mostly 60s, 70s stuff.
Yeah, cool.
I like Frisco tanks, like skinny bars, skinny forks, skinny wheels, just all that stuff. Really, never got into that fat tire thing really much.
Nah, I was looking at my shovel comes with these fat tires and that. When I thought, right, I'll just have a look, see if I can maybe get into that style because no one else is really doing it in the UK. That's fucking gross. That's why.
Yeah, there are many.
For me personally. Like,
I mean, the only fat tire bikes I actually quite like are like Exile style stuff.
Yeah.
because it's just like you look at that and it's fucking. It looks like it's going to stab someone while it's sitting there. You know, it's just like, oh fuck. But apart from that, I'm just like, I like riding them.
Yeah.
You know, like riding them hard, and I have like, we have some fat tire stuff here, and it's just like it's got a 2 litre motor in it, and it's like, yeah, it's fucking great, mate. You do 110, but when you come to a corner, you have to stop.
Yeah.
I'm like, you know. I get it. So, I mean, I went up to Aldeburgh last night, which is like 30 miles from my house. Like really pretty, very posh, seaside place. And I was just like, yeah, go there. And then everyone comes over straight away. How does it, you know? And I get it all the time. Everyone with bunny bars does, you know. How do you ride that with them fucking silly handlebars? I'm like, faster than you do.
Yeah.
Like, oh, how does it handle with them long forks? It's like, good, really good.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, what are these people doing? They say that I've had it a million times as well. Like, what are you literally turning your fucking bars going round corners? Yeah. What are you on about? Yeah, like you just lean like the rest. You fucking dicks.
Yeah, some people just can't ride, can they?
Yeah, it's funny. I hate them. But yeah, and you like the long fronts, don't you?
Yeah.
Swedish.
I like long stuff. I mean, I love short stuff and that, but my dad's always had like long bikes mostly.
Yeah.
And I just like them because as cliche as it is, I like to be different.
Yeah, no, I'm with you.
There's not many long fork choppers out here.
No.
I mean, I know a lot of Cornish lads, like the National Chopper Club, they've got some fucking long stuff now.
Yeah.
Like, wait, may let mine look like a fucking stock bike.
Yeah.
But there's not many people who have long bikes. Like around here, I can name like 3 people.
Yeah.
You know, and that's it really. And like, there aren't many. I mean, Lloyd's just built that fucking sick knucklehead with long forks in it. You know, and it's my thing is like,
totally different to what he usually does, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's a one-off.
Yeah. But I love the long fork thing, man. It's just like it's easy rider, isn't it?
Yeah, no, I love it too.
Like,
yeah.
For me, I like it when if you see it in the mirror in your car from front or whatever, you're like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, totally.
Whereas as much as I love a wide glide, I love sporty forks, but if you're in front, it just looks like a stock bike.
Yeah, totally.
Whereas you look at like a long forker, they're like, what the fucking hell is that thing?
Yeah, sick. Yeah, totally. Yeah.
I like it to look dangerous.
Yes, that's it.
Yeah.
That's why I love like Dick Allen's like my fucking favorite build, you know, and because the bikes, they're just mental.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like none of them are standard looking. But I mean, I love the the 60s club style, like, you know, the fucking short front end and the apes and that. I love it. I really do love it. But everybody does it.
Well, to be fair, that's the other reason. It's like I think it was like that Max from 4Q done like a video years ago, and he was like, "Oh, called them cookie cutter bikes."
Yeah,
And I was like, "Oh, you know, I fucking love them all. You know, don't get me wrong, but I was like, I wanted one that when it was parked up at the show, it didn't look like anything like anyone else's."
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
So I was just like, that's why I like long forkers. But I mean, they handle well if you set them up, man. They handle so good.
Totally. Yeah, totally.
I mean, my one's fucking ridiculous how well it handles. It's scary because I've only got like the one brake. The front brake don't do nothing. It's just for insurance, really. But we built one years ago, like same had 14 overs in it, fucking stacked pipes up the top.
Yeah, sick.
And the guy who owned it cornered it so hard he ripped the entire bottom pipe all the way through on the roundabouts.
Jesus.
Like, everyone read it. I'm like, fucking hell, how does that thing go? And they're like, his mate with mates on V Maxes and stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm taking them on a roundabout on this fucking 9-foot long chopper. And like, how the fuck do you ride that so fast? But sadly, it got car pulled out on him and totaled it.
Fuck's sake.
Yeah, bent the frame, snapped the forks. But
shit.
But yeah, until then, it handled really good.
Yeah, man. No, I fucking love long bikes. I was having this debate with myself whether I was going to do the cookie cutter like we were talking about, or a long bike. And then one of my brothers, he's like, I've got a fucking he said I've got a Paco frame here, and I was like, oh shit, because I was looking for something, if either a cheap original frame, which I was never going to find because everyone knows the price of everything now.
Yeah.
Or some, you know, with something like similar, you know, just, you know, a nice frame, not just some random fucking build. Yeah. Anyway, and I couldn't decide which way I was going to go with it. And he's like, I've got this Paco frame. I was like, oh, sick, perfect.
Yeah.
Because I knew he was going to do an all right price. He's like, yeah. So I paid 600 for it
Yeah. Nice.
8 years ago. So I want 600 for it. And I was like, legend,
Yeah.
amazing.
Nice.
Didn't tell me it had a fucking rake. Like it must be like 50 degree. I don't know what it is, but it's a fucking rake. But that's decided it for me now. So I'm like,
Yeah.
fuck it. Fuck it. I'm just going to go long as fuck.
Well, that's how mine started. I wanted
Yeah.
to do a short bike because I've always had long bikes, and I was like, well, I've had actually a few short bikes, but I was like, short, long, and then we ended up with this Springer front end. We've done a bike for. You ever heard of Misguided Clothing? They did like girls' clothing.
Yeah.
So we built a bike for them to put in
Cool.
their flagship store.
Awesome.
They only had like a $6,000 budget.
Right.
And they're like, so we bought this fucking Ironhead roller from London, and it had these 16 over Springers in it. And I was
Sick.
like, yeah. And so we were just going to build it like that, but they didn't. We were like, don't need to run. It's going in the shop. We asked them, does it need to run? No. So we start fucking assembling this bike, and next thing you know, they run me up, and they're like, no, it's got to run. I'm like, we ain't getting a fucking running one-off Harley chopper for $6,000.
Yeah.
They wanted like chrome fishtails and shit, and all heavy
Of course
metal
they did.
paint. So we bought an Uncle Bunt Honda in the end off eBay.
Yeah.
Just revamped the whole fucking thing.
Right.
754, single overhead cam, made like a misguided sissy bar. It looked the nuts, and it was in their shop for a few years, and ended up buying it back actually.
Oh, cool.
So yeah, there's Springers from mine. Ended up, my best mate Max bought the roller. So we cut all the frame and put his 6 overs in it, and then I ended up with the forks, and that's how I decided to go long forks. I was like, these fucking sick forks have turned up on my doorstep, so I'll have these.
But that's what it always was.
Yeah,
it was like chopper was always like whatever I can get my hands on.
Yeah,
and then make a fucking crazy bike out of it.
Yeah, I mean, like I've never got no fucking money to buy all the cool shit,
Yeah.
Yeah. So I try and make it.
Yeah.
As much as I can, anyways. I'm just like, I got no money. I'll make some exhaust, and I'll make a fucking tank, and I'll make a this and that, and it's just like, but I like that because it's more individual,
Definitely, and that's what it's always been.
Yeah.
Like, so I kind of feel like it's definitely. I think it's going back the way now, but like it definitely got lost for a while.
Yeah.
It was the cool guys.
Yeah.
Hipster thing.
Yeah.
Like,
and you buy this frame, you buy this tank, you buy this, and you've got the cool, like the cookie cut thing, which it's cool.
Yeah.
But like at
$15,000.
Yeah, and then you're like, matey boy over there's got the exact same bike as me, with pink flames to the blue ones or whatever, and then
totally.
I mean, I lost quite a lot of love for the chopper scene for a while, like chopper shows and stuff, because and when it got, I don't know, a few years ago, it got so. If you didn't have a fucking knucklehead in that original frame with a fucking waffle tank, you ain't going to win a prize. Matey boy who spent a whole year building this fucking sick shovel or 1340 Evo doesn't even get a look in. But I mean, I always look at the details on shit when I'm at a show. I was talking to Craig House, I think, because his bikes are just like
he's a wizard.
Detail. And he was like, I build them for the 6 people at the show who'll actually sit and look at the details. And I'm like, well, I'm one of those.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, man.
The one that won Hookup last year, I think his name's Jack Yates.
Yeah.
Built this beautiful gloss black shovel, man. And it's just like, everyone looked at it. I was like, yeah, it's really pretty. And I'm looking at it like, fucking hell.
Yeah.
Spent like 40 hours making a head steady.
Yeah.
And I'm like, the throttle cable went through the tank and stuff like that. I was like, this is mental.
Yeah.
I think I nearly spent an hour looking at this dude's bike, and I was just like, this is cool.
Yeah, man.
It's like, it's just art, isn't it?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
And like you say, like, you can see they've spent that time. It's not, like, sometimes, like you said, the way it went, you kind of like, is that guy a builder, or is he a put it together?
Yeah, like a fitter.
Yeah, totally. Yeah. And I know it's probably shit to talk about it, but it's true. So,
yeah, I mean, everyone's got different capabilities and stuff, which is cool.
Totally.
As fuck, if you haven't got a workshop and you can't weld, but you can bolt stuff on and build your own, it's cool as fuck. I love it.
Yeah.
But I just like to be a bit more garish, I suppose.
Yeah. Garish, I like that word.
Garish.
Yeah, totally. No, I get it. And like, yeah, the long bike thing, I fucking love the Swedish scene. I
Yeah,
love it. I always have.
yeah.
There's a guy, he lives in Thailand now. He's called Yami. So I live in Cumbria, and
Yep.
he's from West Cumbria, and he's just a proper West Cumbrian. And I can't explain West Cumbrians. You just have to meet them. They're like a breed of, to themselves. They're a fucking crazy bastards. Anyway, so he built this. I can't remember the motor, but it was a Jap motor. It was a 4. Anyway, it was a Jap motor, and it was so long. It got into Backstreet Heroes, and the title was Yami Out Swedes the Swedes, because he built this thing, and it's like definitely 30 over, maybe more, and he rode it to fucking is it Faro? Cairo?
Yeah.
Where am I on about? Faro.
I think.
In Portugal.
Yeah.
He rode it all the way there.
Yeah.
And won the show, and that's what it was. Yami Out Swedes the Swedes. It's cool as fuck.
Yeah.
And then I found that bike, and I wanted to buy it, but they wanted like fucking $5 or $6 grand for it. I was like, ugh.
Yeah.
I've heard the stories about that bike. I know it's not worth that. Yeah, I don't know. There's something about it. Just that, like you say, that easy ride. Just that. I don't know. It gives me.
Yeah, you can't explain it, can you? It's just something different.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
It makes me smile to the point where my cheeks hurt. So, what's the next show then?
101.
101, isn't it? Yeah, I can't make that one.
2 weeks.
But you're going to be at the hookup.
Yeah, I'll be at hookup.
Perfect, cool.
Yeah, go there every year.
Awesome.
And get fucked up in Bristol first.
Oh, really? Yeah. See, I've never been to the hookup.
It's mega.
Is it? Yeah.
Yeah, it's mega. It's just like I'd say it's more like an old school chopper party. It's just a bit like, a bit more hooligan.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've seen the video of me doing the burnouts and stuff last year, but it's just like, my poor springers.
Yeah. No, I'm looking forward to it, man. I'm going to do some podcasts there.
Yeah, that'd be sick.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
I think they've got some Americans coming over as well, so that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah.
So we would end up going to Bristol beforehand on the Thursday, getting fucked, doing stupid stuff, and then just hungover, ride over there. But I'm always too pissed to do the ride out as well on the Saturdays. I'm just going too hard.
That was always. I've not drank in a while now.
Yeah,
and, it's nice doing the ride outs. They're actually quite fun. I'd never experienced them until this year.
Never done one.
Whenever we did like a fucking a show or just a run or whatever, I'd always get fucking smashed the first night.
Yeah,
and that next day was just dreadful. I can't do it anymore, man. I'm getting fucking old.
Yeah,
week long hangovers and shit.
Oh, fuck that. I'm getting 2-day ones now. That's as much as they're bad enough.
Yeah, fucking disgusting. So, which bike did you say you're hoping to have for the hookup? The Triumph?
I want to get my Triumph there, yeah.
Okay, cool.
Hopefully. But we'll see. I'm not going to... It's one of those, it's like, I don't want to rush it because I put so much time into it.
Yeah.
I'm like, if it doesn't get done till next year, it doesn't get done till next year.
Yeah, man.
But I think if you don't have a deadline, you just never get shit done.
That's how I work. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's just like, years ago, I used to try and build like 2 at a time or something. And I'm like, do a bit on this one. And I run out of enthusiasm for both of them. I'm like, I can't fucking, so I try and do one and then set a deadline so then I actually do get on with it. But since taking the shop over, I've just not touched it.
Yeah. I think some people can work that way. I mean, I've had experience with a builder that definitely couldn't work that way. He does like 5 at a time.
Yeah.
And I got majorly let down. Like, I think, it's kind of identifying. I think you just got to be honest with yourself, haven't you?
Yeah. I mean, like I'm running behind here now because I'm like gone from working for my dad to trying to run a business on my own. Yeah. And I do all the work on my own. I'm like, I'll schedule this in. And then like, you don't ever allow for worst case scenario on stuff.
Yep.
And like, you can't because you never get anything booked in.
Yeah,
but I had, like, the last few months, I just had I've loads of dudes going, oh, can you just?
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, that can you just job is like a week's work.
Yeah.
Or like I've done a service on like a Triumph Street Triple.
Right.
Like, yeah, cool. You know, went to go take the first plug out, put the socket on it, dunk like that, plug snapped in half. Didn't even put any pressure on it. I looked at it and it had rusted all the way through.
Oh shit.
And I'm like, oh, so this was supposed to be a 2-hour service, and I got to ring the dude up and be like, your cylinder head's got to come off.
Fuck.
So they slipped down in the motor like 3 inches. But yeah, so it's like that went from being a 2-hour job to like a 4-day job.
Fuck.
You know, and you just can't allow for all that shit. So that's why I'm fell so far behind. But now trying to, hence why I'm still here. Like whatever the time is now. Like
yeah, well, you were saying that you were just like demasking or something.
Yeah, I'm just doing a flame job for me, mate.
Yeah.
He's got a lack of that later on, and then that's hopefully going to go back to him Wednesday because my mate Johnny is trying to put it together for our friend Aaron. He's building one at home for him.
Right.
That's supposed to go to 101 as well. I've got all the everyone's bikes.
I really want to go to the 101. I always miss it because there's always a fucking something else on. I always miss it. It's fucking pain in the arse.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be good.
Yeah, I went last year. It was good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was good.
So, did you teach yourself to paint?
So Dad taught me to. Well, my dad's a car painter, so he taught me to paint.
Sick.
And then I've just been picking up bits off, YouTube.
Yeah.
Me and Ben Priestley chat to each other quite a lot about different paint stuff because we find out that painters don't like sharing the secrets a lot of the time.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Same with a lot of shit, I suppose. It's probably, I don't know, is it like tattooing? Do people not share secrets and stuff?
Not anymore. I don't share fuck all, but yeah, it used to be like that. Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, so I'm not a good painter, don't get me wrong. But like, I only started doing painting because I couldn't afford to have a good paint job.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm like, all the painters around here for the stuff that I wanted was going to be like 2-3 grand. I'm like, at the time I was like 22, 23. I'm like, I can't fucking afford this.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'd rather have a shit paint job that I did myself than have, and then I can be like, oh yeah, but I painted that. It's fine. Yeah.
It's the prep, isn't it?
Oh yeah, it's just a prep. And then the thing that people don't realize is how quickly paint can just go wrong.
Yeah.
Like candy colors and stuff. I mean, if you get
a reaction, can't it?
Yeah, you get reactions, or like you get a bit of bleed through, or I mean, I had it one year. I got a really dodgy batch of like candy orange paint. I painted it, I put it on fairly light, blah, blah. Let it set overnight before I masked on top of it. Done the whole fucking paint job. Peeled off the masking tape and off come all the candy.
Oh, no.
It patches and you can't blow in candy. So you have to start again. I mean, my shovel we had to do twice.
Really?
Yeah, that reacted. That's all flake underneath, and then that reacted in a few places, so we had to fucking sand it down, reflake it.
I've had a few people say that, because I was on about fucking like retiring or semi-retiring from tattooing, and they were saying you should paint. But I barely have the fucking patience to tattoo, like let alone that happening. If it went wrong and I'd have to start it again,
it's savage.
My brain I can't handle that. I'm not strong enough.
Yeah. I mean, the worst one we ever done, I didn't paint it. We used to have an airbrush artist work for us. She's really good.
Yeah.
But so we done this. It was like a 90s lowrider style, fat tire thing. Not that I'm into it, but with like 70s paint on it. And we were like, he wanted the frame all molded. So at the time we were like, yeah, we'll get the frame powder coated first because that will fill all the fucking little TIG welds in. Save us weeks of filler.
Yeah.
Done all that, primed it, done all the graphics, and then the powder coat and reacted with the top coat, cracked all of the paint off.
Oh no.
She'd spend like a week masking this thing up, doing all these little intricate panels and stuff, and we were like, fuck. Oh well, we've got to start again now.
Oh no. So then did you have to fill it? Did you have to go to like
blast it back to bare metal, then fill it, and then prime it, and then mate, it was so bad.
And that's bad. You losing money in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We tried to cut a corner and it bit us in the arse, so we learn now not to do that. But
yeah. I think that's a lot of people don't take that into consideration and they start painting. and they're like, I'm a painter now. You know, they post these nice paint jobs up on Facebook, which always look good. But I've seen amazing paint jobs, and then you see them in real life, and you're like, ugh.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah, and then they don't fucking.
It's all prep. Most of it's prep, man. It's like, you know, if you can't fill a dent in properly, you know, and like, you get ripples down the side of the tank and stuff. I mean, the graphics look great, but if there's a ripple down the side of the tank or whatever, it looks fucking shit in the sun.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, you've only got to look at like Volkswagen campers and stuff. You know, they'll look fantastic from a distance. Yeah. And then Dad taught me this trick of you stand back and look down the side panel. So you can see all the dents, and you're like, Jesus, it's like a fucking tidal wave. You know? Like the fishermen swimming upstream.
Yeah. Shit. Yeah. No. Yeah. It's the same with the photos. Photos look fantastic. You see it in real life, you're like, oh, the fuck.
Yeah, man.
So, your Triumph. Let's talk about that.
Yep.
Why are you building a Triumph?
What's that? Why build one?
Yeah, I'm only joking. But I would like to know.
Yeah, so I say that all the time because I'm like, I have this weird thing. So like, I built a sick X650 years ago. It's like my showpiece when I was 18. My mate Zach has got it, and obviously they fire the same as a Triumph, so both obviously go up together. And it's weird. So I'm like, I built this fucking Triumph. I'm building this Triumph, but if I ride a Triumph, I almost piss myself like all the time. It's really weird. So it's so weird. So like the vibrations,
like actual urine.
Yeah.
Oh, right, okay.
I don't actually piss myself, but I'm like,
yeah. I didn't know if you were like, oh yeah, I laugh so much. Right.
No. Okay, I can ride my shovel and go all the way to Wales, which is 240 miles. Fine. I'd ride a Triumph and get from my house to here 20 miles, and I have to stop for a piss because like the vibration. It's so weird. That's
hilarious.
Yeah, it's so weird. But so yeah, we built this. We started building my Triumph, and my tattooist mate Tom Kelly. I built this frame. It had like 8 over sporty front end in it. Reverse head with some like SS pipes I made for it. Yeah, cool. It looks sick. But then he got we just ran out of time. I bought it back off. Well, my dad bought it back off him, and then I bought it off my dad, and then just decided basically. So, like I said earlier, Dad built this Triumph in 1985, which is still on the road.
Yeah, and
he's always wanted it back, and it's like. The guy won't sell it because he fucking loves it, which is fair enough. So I was like, and that bike has always been like my biggest inspiration, I suppose.
Cool.
So it was a Jubilee Bonneville. It was all Don Bloxage engraved and fucking handled like shit. Yeah. Had girders in it, like 10 over girders in it. But back in the day, nobody knew about geometry. And yeah, so I mean, if you go on YouTube and type in Linker Attacked 2013. Yeah. There's a video of it, and you can see the old boy fucking riding like this down the road. I was like, yeah, it was fine until you got up. If you got after 30 mile an hour, it was fine, but up to 30, it was like fucking riding on a knife edge.
Yeah.
Nobody knew back in the 80s about geometry, you know.
Yeah, of course.
So this frame that we got off my mate Tom, or the roller had invaders in it that we'd sold him as well, and then it sort of had that same shape. So I was like, I'm going to build my version of that bike.
Cool.
But then I've took it up like quite a lot of levels. But yeah, I was just like, I want to show off my metalworking skills a bit. Yeah. Because I haven't got fucking money to buy cool shit, so I just make cool shit. And then, so it's gonna be. I'd love to have got it engraved, man. So much money.
Yeah, man.
Right, and I just can't afford it. And I'd love to have it engraved and paint it up, a sort of similar thing. But that's just not going to happen yet.
Yeah, but I mean, if it's a keeper, then. In time.
Yeah, I'll get it done one day.
Yeah, totally.
It's got I don't know. Have you seen any pictures of it?
No, I was gonna say if you.
Okay, yeah. It's got made like full stainless pipes for it.
Yeah.
And I was just like, I just love making pipes. I don't know why. They're a pain in the ass, but I love making pipes. And I was trying to come up with this cool because the whole bike is really radical. It's got all like indented side panels in the tank, not dished in. Like I've cut the side out and then recessed it in.
Right, cool.
Done it on the old tank. So I need something crazy on the pipes. I can't just have cocktail shakers.
Yeah.
So I started cutting bits of pipe up and like trying to make it into like fan shape. I was like, and then the stainless I had was too thin. So when I welded it, it looked like it'd been hit by a hammer.
Yeah.
And then one of my customers come in and was like, oh, Jay, I've got something for you. I was like, okay, what is it? That's a table leg. All right. So you come in with these stainless steel table legs, and they're like triangular megaphones.
Oh, sick.
I'm like, these are fucking awesome.
Yes.
And I put them on there, and they fit perfectly. And I was just like, yep, triangle megaphones it is. I've never seen them before. I mean, I found some like, so I like that ripple pipe as well.
Yeah.
And I was like, there's a company in the, it's one of my secret places I found. It's a company in the Isle of Man called Timeless Tubing, and they do, instead of ripple pipe, they do twisted pipe.
Oh, sick.
It's like handrails, but it's like, it's quite a lot of money.
Yeah.
It's like, that'd be so cool as twisted exhaust. And then he come up with these table legs. I'm like, no, table legs.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, that's cool as fuck.
Yeah, it's going to be loud.
I love it when things like that just fall into place.
Yeah, making stuff out of random stuff.
Again, just that's fun. What it used to be.
Yeah,
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, it's good.
I love that shit.
But, yeah, made some like super skinny sissy bar with like inverted curves in it and stuff. It took me hours. I was like, I don't have a ring roller, so I had to keep heating it up gently and then curving it gently on the fucking jig bench. It's like little bit at a time. It's like, this sissy bar took me like 8 hours to bend.
Yeah,
looks good.
How you bending pipes and that?
Well, exhaust pipes.
Yeah.
I buy pre-made bends.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, buy mandrel bends from a company up the road from us. They do like Land Rover performance exhausts.
Awesome.
So they bend everything up. So I just bend them, cut them, join them.
Oh, sick.
Easiest way.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense. I feel like a fucking idiot now for not knowing. I've got this idea and I've been like, I got to buy the fucking JD fucking bender and everything because they're like a grand.
I've got like a JD bender for doing the frames and shit.
Yeah.
But exhaust stuff, if you put it in a normal bender, it crush.
Yeah.
It looks an asshole.
Yeah.
So I buy these mandrel. Yeah, man, I've just like, there was another bike shop and chopper shop in Bury. They had one done by a car exhaust company for a bloke on a jack bike. They've done a nice job with the exhaust, but on every bend it was like crushed really small. So say it was like 2-inch bend, it looked like it went down to 1 inch on the bend and then back up, and I was like, it looked horrible.
Yeah.
But then we found out about mandrel and dairy bends. I'm like, yep, use them.
Fucking right. I might get their details off you.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. Sick. I really hope. I mean, not that I want you to rush it, but I really hope you get the Triumph to hook up. Yeah. I want to see it. It'll be awesome.
I need a backup bike.
So what about? So you've got your shovel head. Is that your only bike? Do you just rely on
Pretty
that?
Much, yeah. I've got a 1939 Excelsior, like 97cc thing upstairs here.
Right, cool.
My grandpa gave it to me, restored it years ago, and then never rid it. But that's it really. And I've got an A65 BSA project that I started when I was 17 and never finished. It's got 18 over girders in it and invaders again, and
You're right.
Radical fucking thing. It's just like curve the down tubes as well, like by hand on the bench. It's got like a nautical star that I'd made at like 3-dimensional and inverted it in the tank and stuff like that.
Oh, sick.
So I used to be creative when I was younger. Now I just like, oh yeah, that'll do.
Yeah, that's what I was going to. So like, would you just get these ideas and then what? Would you take them to your dad, or would you just start fucking cutting shit?
Start doing it.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I was just like,
people need to hear that.
If I build myself a bike, like if I'm doing customer stuff, I'll get people to help me all the time, blah blah. Yeah. But if I'm doing my own bike, it's like, I don't know what it is really. I hate other people touching it.
Right.
It's really weird. Like if I build myself a chopper, I'm doing everything.
Yeah.
Even if it takes me 4 goes at something, it's like I'm gonna wire it, I'm gonna paint it, I'm gonna build the frame. Yeah. I'll do. I mean, I get a bit of help from my dad with like the motor stuff a bit, especially shovelhead top ends and that doddle.
Yeah.
But British stuff's all still fairly new to me.
Yeah.
I rebuilt my pre-unit Triumph motor I had a little while ago, but that's all like a big learning curve.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I just like to. I don't know what it is. Maybe my head swells up too big or something. I don't know. I just want to.
I get it.
Just like to do everything myself, and then I can be like, "Oh, who built that bike?" But I did everything.
Yeah. Yeah, totally.
Yeah, but hence why I don't have great paint jobs, and but yeah, back to the jack of all trades thing, I suppose.
I get it, and it's like that reminded me of when Curpius on 21 Days Under the Sky, he says if I fucking built everything, I can ride it across the world. Because if it breaks,
Yeah,
I can
man.
fix. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You've put your hand on everything. You know.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I like doing it as well. Because, you know, I mean, I'd ride that fucking thing anywhere.
Yeah.
Because I know I can fix it.
Yeah.
Pretty
Yeah.
much. One year at Chopper Bash, I forgot to take. I think it was the last Chopper Bash I ever did, or second from last one. Dickhead here forgot to take tools with him, didn't he? I'm like, okay, that would be great. You know, I think I had a set of Allen keys and a spanner that I'd left in my bag from last time, and fire it up to go out for a ride out, and I was like, I'm like, what the fuck is that? Banging, banging, banging. Take my push rod tube off, and the push rod is like 10 mil up and down. I'm like, you can take the push rod out. And I'm like, that's fucking weird. So I must have wound itself in. So I adjust the push rod up, fired up. Yeah, it's cool. Started rattling again. I'm like, ooh, looked at it. I thought it's come loose again. I was like, maybe my push rod's fucked. I don't know. Tightened it up, rode it home. And about a week later, started banging and banging. I was like, what the fuck is that noise? Took the push rods out and then like the tappet blocks out. I was like, the tappet roller bearing had exploded in the motor.
Shit.
Basically, all I'd done is push the push rod down hard on the, so the lifter was forcing down on the bearing, or like on the where the bearing. I mean, I read it like a week like that because it weren't making the noise, and I was just like, still got me home. Had to buy a new cam shaft, but I was just like, but it got me home, you know, because I knew how to fix it. Whereas a lot of other people would have just been like RAC or, you know, I mean, you know when it's fucked. If you build, totally. You know when you can't get home.
Yeah.
But
it's mad, isn't it, that it fucking still went for a week?
Yeah, man.
And it would have gone for another week.
Yeah, probably till I wore through the roller.
Yeah, totally. It's mad, isn't it?
I did have it here somewhere, but
I'm gonna use that next time. You know, fucking bike. Well, I like jet bikes, but you know these jet bike like lovers that hate Harley Davidson. But you know, I'm gonna fucking use that next time.
You don't get home on that, Harley.
Because I've never got a fucking argument. You know, apart from well, at least I fucking look good. You bastard.
I saw a thing the other day. It was like, people who ride Jap Cruisers but hate Harleys is because they can't afford one.
Yeah,
I was like, totally. I can't afford Jap Cruisers. So.
Yeah.
I bought my shovel when they were cheap, and now they're not. And I'm like, great.
Mate, they are not anymore.
I've got to keep this one now because I'm like, I can't afford to rebuild it.
Fucking right.
If I wanted to build that how I built that one, I'd be like, fuck no, probably 20 grand or something stupid into it.
Yeah.
You know, but when I bought it, I only paid $4,600, I think, for the shovel. Fucking with the paperwork and everything. You know, ratchet top gearbox.
Yeah.
You know, like $2 grand now.
Mad, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm like, I've got a whole shovel for $4.5 grand. That ran.
Yeah.
It's just gone, man. I mean, that's my problem as well, like mine and my dad's problem. And a lot of the old boys that I have in the shop, you know, they've been into choppers for most of their life. Because I'm looking at shit now and I'm like, fuck that. I'm not paying that.
Yeah.
You know, like I've seen some shovels for like 10, 12 grand now. And I'm like, I bought mine first one for $4.
Yeah.
You know, I had a Cupid on it.
Is that a cone or is it a
cone?
Yeah.
Yeah. I make a moan, ride a cone.
Yes, that's gonna be
I just love cone shovels, you know. It's just one of them things, you know. I mean, I've got mates who love iron heads. You know, I love an iron head when they're sorted and they're good.
Yeah.
But you just get that, you ride that one bike and you're just like, this is for me.
Yeah.
You know, and I had an orange shovel before this one and I put a AB cam and a super recarb sort of lifters and it just went like fuck.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this thing is awesome.
Yeah.
And it's just like everything, you know, 65, it has a little sweet spot and it's just like smooth as silk. I'm like, and ever since then, I've just been obsessed with them.
Yeah, man.
You know, I mean, I love pans, I love everything, Jenny shovels, the whole lot. They're all cool as fuck. But for me, I just like the shovel because it's, I don't know, I suppose a bit more, I can ride it a bit harder.
Yeah, well, they've fucking, it's the, they'd ironed all the panhead kinks out.
Yeah.
When they'd got to that.
I don't know how much I believe it, but some dude told me a lot of the time, like knuckles and stuff, why they have so many problems because they're built from shit metal because all the good metal was used in the planes and the tanks in the war.
Yeah.
You know,
And
so they're like,
they needed them fast as well, didn't they?
yeah,
They need,
so they're
you
just
know,
like, yeah, fucking nail it out. It's got to go to
yeah,
war. And we're just like, and then after that, all the good metal was, you know, not there. So that's why a lot of
yeah,
stuff have porous cases and things.
yeah.
I don't know how true it is, but that's what I got told. So
It makes sense. And like
yeah,
it's like the early knuckles, they're not as
yeah,
good as the later ones because they were
yeah,
just like fucking chucked together.
yeah.
Really, you know, they're still 30 grand, so
House deposit.
it's mental in it.
Yeah. I'm like, bricks and mortar, unreliable 2 wheels. I'm like, 2 wheels.
Yeah, no question.
Can't ride a house.
Mate, thank you so much for coming on.
Yeah,
I
man.
really
Thanks for having
appreciate
me.
it. It's been a
I'm
laugh.
gonna go do some lacquering now.
Say again. Are you going to do lacquering? Oh
Lacquering now.
shit! What time do you think it'll get finished?
Fuck knows. I'll probably just keep working. So like,
Cool.
I want to get this lacquered so then Johnny can put it together. Hopefully
Yeah.
by the end of the week and get it done so they can do some miles on it. And then I'm going to work back on the shovel head in between coats. So fun.
Sick. Hopefully, well, no, I will definitely see you at the hookup, but
Yeah, man.
hopefully you triumph, sir.
Yeah. Hopefully. If not, you'll just see my shovel's probably doing a fucking burnout again.
Yeah, mate, sick. I look forward to it.
Cool, man.
Awesome, mate. Thanks so much for coming on, mate. I really appreciate it.
No worries.
And
See you later.
I'll speak soon. See you later, mate.
Yeah.